Monday mornings on a college campus are usually a little slower and quieter. But today, there was excitement and energy coming from one corner of campus. News 18's Katie Frenette joins us now. Katie was at UW Eau Claire today, where vice presidential candidate Governor Tim Walz made a campaign stop. Katie.
Yeah, that's right, Keith. It was a brief event for students today where Walz made his pitch for the Democratic ticket. He touched on things like affordable health care, reproductive freedoms, and what is at stake for the younger generation in this election. Governor Walz starting this week on the campaign trail at UW Eau Claire.
I sometimes hear my fellow students say they're not all that interested in politics. But as Governor Tim Walz says, well, that's too bad. Politics is interested in you.
The Harris-Walz ticket trying to spark that interest with just 3 weeks to go until Election Day.
It should impact you more because you're going to be around a lot longer than any of us. So the policies people are making right now, you have to have your voice heard.
In his 6.5-minute speech, Walz hit on the Democrats' key points like health care, gun violence, and climate change.
We know overwhelmingly Americans support your freedom to make your own health care choices. We know overwhelmingly Americans want us to be safe from gun violence. We know overwhelmingly people believe in climate change. And with this leadership, not only are they making progress on climate change, they're creating hundreds of thousands of new good-paying jobs across the country.
The governor also bringing up words former President Trump said over the weekend. In an interview on Fox News, Trump suggested military action on Election Day.
Donald Trump over the weekend was talking about using the U.S. Army against people who disagree with him. Just so you're clear about that, that's you. That's what he's talking about. This is not some mythical thing out there. He called it the enemy within. And to Donald Trump, anybody who doesn't agree with him is the enemy.
He also zeroed in on the importance of Wisconsin, and not just for the White House.
I do believe that control of the United States Senate is going to go right through Wisconsin. I do believe that the White House is going to go right here, and I'll even narrow this down further. I will guarantee you that the Super Bowl, the Senate, and the White House are all going through the NFC North this year.
Reporting for Eau Claire Zone News 18, I'm Katie Frenette. Now, I did ask to speak with Walz while he was visiting, but that request was declined. This was the 5th time Walz has visited Wisconsin since becoming Harris's running mate. Keith?
All right, thank you, Katie. Now, Vice President Harris will be returning to Western Wisconsin this Thursday. She will be in La Crosse. Now, Wisconsin GOP Chairman Brian Schimming released a statement on Walz's visit today. It says, while middle-class families in Wisconsin demand change, Democrats have decided to place their hopes in a Vikings fan with a propensity for lies and exaggerations to explain away Kamala Harris's lackluster record. Even more disappointing than Tim Walz's thick ledger of exaggerations and blatant lies, however, is his long history for far-left extremism. From dragging his feet during the riots in Minneapolis to pushing tax hikes amid record inflation, he says Walz is emblematic of everything wrong in the Democratic Party. Again, that's from WIGS Wisconsin GOP Chairman Brian Schimming.